Welcome to our presentation on Learning Reimagined. I'm Holly McDermott, and I represent the For the Future's Sake consulting firm. Why should you hire us? Well, many reasons. What is learning? How are we reimagining learning into not just the current 21st century, but what the 22nd century is going to be like? You may think, oh, that's so far away. But we're still familiar with the 19th century, and that's where our educational system originated. And the 20th century saw much movement with industrialization and some technology, and the 21st century is more technology laden. But we still seem to be focused on doing things that don't make sense. And this is where we come in. We could come in and train your staff, your faculty, and your students, if necessary, to reimagine their learning process. We have the wherewithal, the expertise, and the dedication to creating a better tomorrow. Our philosophy partially stems from Reverend Desmond Tutu's South African philosophy on Ubuntu. It's a theory that humanity needs humanity to exist. I am because you are. You are because I am. If we focus on that every human being is worthwhile, that every human does not only have the right to an education, but the right to the lifestyle that a decent education can provide. We're here to help your teachers learn to teach well. No one wants to read something that's poorly written, badly spelled. They may know their content, but their presentation can be terrible. And we want to help change that. We want teachers to know that they're not going to become mouthpieces for Silicon Valley. They are not going to be robots in a classroom. They are still the wave of the future. It is still their experience, their expertise that's going to shape our children of the future. Technology is so important, but it's not everything, and we can't let it overwhelm everything. Personalized learning and reimagining it is how it's going to look in the classroom is what is happening now. And we can help your staff deliver personalized learning. It is new way. It is so different. We have to teach people how to unlearn current learning systems to understand why personalized learning is going to be so effective. Student-centered personalized learning looks different than the classroom of the 1950s or the 1970s. Ming Diaz, a professional speaking coach, told me once that practice and proofing is the best way to speak so you are believable. And that's true. And your staff has an opportunity to learn to practice their speech and their presentation so that parents, boards, students, most importantly, buy into personalized learning. Everyone has to reach a level of comfort where they can ask for help. And we give that help in a variety of ways. Much like the Noodle tools, which I call the one-stop Target shopping, copyright notice on Target, for research and writing, our consulting firm will provide all of that for you. So look at us as the Noodle tools of education. Ms. Barnes-Tice has 20 years of teaching experience, 3 master's degrees, and is an expert in personalization and brain-based learning. I have almost 30 years of teaching, a couple of master's degrees, national board certification, and the enthusiasm to carry personalized learning as far as we need to take it. We make a commitment to you and we stand by that commitment. Michael J., a personalized learning expert, once said, "Millions of years of evolution have not prepared us to read the current streams of data, but good intuition can be developed to be an educator who knows how to teach properly." Barnes and McDermott deliver this intuition. We train your teachers, your staff, to understand and listen to their intuition, to get comfortable within themselves, to in-depth work a personalized learning module so they understand that of which they are asking their students and why it is so important today. One thing we quickly teach is how wasteful homework can sometimes be. Our first module lesson piles homework on teachers who are already, as we know, overwhelmed. At least 80% of them stumble. And when they come back to us, we say, "How did you feel about it? Did you learn something from this? Could there have been a better way for us to deliver this instruction?" The conversation that delves from that always comes to them realizing that you can't assign homework just to have 3 grades in the grade book that says you gave homework. Anything that requires children to do something out of school has to have quantitative and qualitative meaning. Over the years, we've seen kids copy other people's homework. We've seen teachers just give participation points. Practice does help. I would never want to get on an airplane with a pilot who cheated his way through flying school or who didn't practice. But I also want to know that he had time to develop that skill and wasn't just told to do it by himself. This is where we come in. We acknowledge your needs. We spend the time training your people so that they feel comfortable with the content, context, and delivery. We make personalized learning the forefront of your faculty's ability to be student-centered and student-focused. We don't know what the job market's going to be in 10, 15, 20 years. So how do you prepare students for jobs that may not be there? Well, you prepare them for inquiry-based research. You prepare them to critically think, to ask the deep questions that other people may not think to ask, and to not just accept any answer, but to research the response, to find out what it means. We help you turn to personalized learning, turn to student-focused, student accountability learning, and we help teachers improve themselves as they present their classes with an education that's worth earning. Thank you for your consideration. Good night.